Hello, this is Michel Leviathan Sorbet and you are watching a new movie on the Wojennik TV YouTube channel. The Cold War is a very interesting topic. It is a topic which was the setting for many games. One of such games was Twilight Struggle, a game which occupied the first place on Board Game Geek for several years. Now this game is still number one in the war game category, so this is a game which really is one of the most important and most popular in our hobby. And today I would like to show you a younger brother of this game, a game which will also focus on the Cold War, but which will be of a very different scale. This game is called The Iron Curtain and the Polish edition Żelazna Kurtyna. The game was first published in 2017 by Ultra Pro and in Poland in 2019 by Foxgames. The designer of this game, Asger Harding Granerud, is also well known for Flamme Rouge, another game which I have already showed you on our YouTube channel. The Iron Curtain will be a game which will focus on the Cold War, but in contrast to Twilight Struggle, it will be a game using a very small number of elements, of components. It is also enclosed in a much smaller box. But all those elements and the rules will resemble in a way what you find also in Twilight Struggle. So for all of you who like Twilight Struggle, this would be an interesting choice, because this is a game which will focus on pretty much the same epic struggle between the two opposing blocks, but using very much fewer elements and also with a very short time of play. The game should be closed in 20 to 30 minutes, and it is, as Twilight Struggle, a game designed for 2 players. Today I would like to show you how the elements enclosed in this box look like, and at the end I would like to give you my short thoughts about its contents. The game was published, as I said, by Foxgames, but Wojennik TV was one of its patrons during the campaign when the game was prepared. So with a great joy and proud, let's pass on now to the unboxing. I would like to show you how the elements of this game look like. Here is the box cover of the Polish edition of the Iron Curtain. As you can see, the Polish title is Żelazna Kurtyna. The game was published, as I said a few minutes ago, by Foxgames, and the box cover, I must say, is very climatic. As you can see, this struggle between the two opposing blocks is well underlined. We have the American presidents on the left and we have the Soviet leaders on the right. We have Reagan, we have Stalin, Kennedy, we have Brezhnev, we have also Richard Nixon and Mikhail Gorbachev. So those famous leaders of the times of the struggle between those two blocks during the Cold War. On the other side of the box we have information about what the game is all about. We have also a possibility to take a look at the elements enclosed in this box, so at the cards and at the cubes. The game is for 2 players, it's for players aged 12 and higher. The time of play, very pleasant, as I said a few months ago, is about 20 minutes. And another information which is very pleasant for me is the fact that here we have the logo of our YouTube channel. Yes, I am very proud of it, and a big thank you to Foxgames for the cooperation while promoting this title. Now let's take a look at the components enclosed in this small elegant box. First of all, we have the rulebook. The rulebook is, as you can see, of the same size as the box. It's a rather short rulebook because it has 12 pages, but we have the cover, we have the back cover, so it will be 10 pages of rules. As you can see, this rulebook is in color, so it will be much more pleasant to read it than the black and white rulebooks in some games. We have some examples, so it will be much easier to understand the basic mechanisms. It's always nice to have some examples because it's much easier to understand how the game works. Underneath this box, underneath this rulebook, we have a single plastic bag in which we will be able to store maybe cards, or we will be able to separate the cubes. Because the cubes come in a second bag, we have 3 colors of them. We have blue cubes, which will be used by the American player. We have red cubes, which will be used by the Soviet player, and a single yellow cube, which will be used to track points. And the last but major element are the cards. Those cards, as you can see, are of a standard size. We have the flag of the block corresponding on the card. We have the name of the country, the region. We have some additional information about cubes, about some additional parameters, and also the text of the card, which will influence gameplay. So we have, for instance, Eastern Germany, we have Italy, Brazil, Cuba, Iran, Vietnam, Zaire, Algeria, Panama, Chile, Israel, Nigeria, South Africa, Japan, Pakistan, France, Poland, and Western Germany. Then also a starting card, Europe, and the card used to track points. The card cover is the same as the box cover, so very nice. When it comes to the quality of those cards, first of all, I really like the font used, because even looking at such a card from a long distance, you can clearly see what is written on such a card. So a big thumb up for this decision for the font chosen, because in some games we have really bizarre fonts used and the text on the card becomes unclear. Here we absolutely do not have this problem. I have a little doubt about the quality of the cards, because I believe they are a little bit too thin. Well, this is an additional reason why you should consider using protecting sleeves to protect those cards. But apart from this, very high quality. I like the way that the information are presented on the cards. And those are all the elements enclosed in this box. A nice photo on the box below the cards, and those are pretty much all the elements. So let's pass on now to a short conclusion. As mentioned at the beginning of this video, the content of this box is not a content full of elements. We find some cards, we find some cubes, the rulebook, and that's pretty it. So you might wonder how this game can be compared to Twilight Struggle. Well, I believe because of 2 reasons. The first one is obviously its topic, it is its subject. It's also a game about the Cold War. The second aspect is the fact that looking at the cards, I immediately see that we will be fighting for global domination, for the control of regions, of countries, and this control will give us points. At the end, the side which accumulates the highest number of points wins. So this will be, as in Twilight Struggle, a balance of power. You will try to overcome your opponent in order to acquire global domination. But how this game works, I would like to explain you during a future review. Up until then, I invite you to look at our other videos. We have some reviews, we have some unboxings, some top 10s. So I invite you to look at all those movies and to return to our YouTube channel in some time. This was the unboxing of the Iron Curtain Żelazna Kurtyna, published in Poland by Foxgames. Have a fantastic day and see you next time.